Milarepa is one of Tibet's most revered yogis, known for his profound spiritual transformation and spontaneous songs of realization. However, his path to enlightenment was not one of instant awakening. It was a journey marked by deep suffering, redemption, and the rigorous tests imposed by his guru Marpa, known as the Translator. Marpa's seemingly harsh treatment of Milarepa was, in reality, an act of deep compassion, designed to burn away Milarepa's negative karma and prepare him for the highest spiritual teachings. This content explores their complex relationship, the trials Milarepa faced, and the wisdom that ultimately emerged from his suffering. The dark past of Milarepa. Milarepa was born into a family that fell into misfortune after his father's death. His uncle and aunt seized the family's wealth, leaving Milarepa's mother and himself in poverty. Driven by bitterness and revenge, Milarepa learned dark sorcery at his mother's behest. Using his acquired powers, he caused the death of many people, including his own relatives. Consumed by guilt and regret for the harm he caused, Milarepa sought a path of redemption. Hearing about the great Master Marpa, Milarepa decided to seek his guidance. He hoped that under Marpa's tutelage, he could purify his heavy karma and find spiritual liberation. Little did he know, the path would not be easy, and the trials ahead would test the very core of his being. The arrival at Marpa's feet. When Milarepa first approached Marpa, he bowed at his feet and begged for teachings to liberate his soul from the heavy burden of his past actions. However, Marpa did not immediately accept Milarepa as a disciple. In fact, he subjected him to grueling trials, both physical and emotional. Marpa's wife, Dakmama, often felt pity for Milarepa and interceded on his behalf, but Marpa remained unmoved, knowing that the purification process required more than mercy. It needed a complete breakdown of Milarepa's ego and attachments. The trial of the towers. The most famous of Marpa's tests was the construction of a series of stone towers. Marpa ordered Milarepa to gather stones and build a large tower with his own hands. This task was grueling, requiring Milarepa to haul heavy stones from distant locations. Day after day, Milarepa worked under the harsh sun, placing stone upon stone, determined to complete the task and earn Marpa's teachings. However, each time Milarepa neared the completion of the tower, Marpa would inspect it and, finding fault with it, would instruct him to tear it down and start again. This process repeated multiple times. Milarepa's body became frail, his hands calloused, and his spirit wearied, but he persisted. He could not understand why Marpa was treating him so cruelly. However, he never questioned his guru's wisdom and continued the work with unwavering faith. Spiritual meaning of the tower test. The tower was not just a physical structure. It symbolized Milarepa's ego and karmic burden. Each time he built it, it represented the attachments and delusions that he had to let go of in order to progress on his spiritual path. The tearing down of the tower symbolized the breaking down of the ego and the cleansing of past actions. Marpa's intention was clear. Milarepa had to undergo a complete internal transformation before he could receive higher teachings. The constant cycle of building and destruction represented the impermanence of worldly achievements and the necessity of detaching from all results. The emotional trials, rejection and humiliation. Marpa did not limit Milarepa's trials to physical labor. Often, he would humiliate Milarepa in front of others, rejecting his requests for teachings and berating him for his past sins. On one occasion, Marpa even banished Milarepa from his household, telling him that he was unworthy of receiving teachings. Despite these harsh words, Milarepa's faith in his guru remained unshaken. He believed that Marpa's actions, though painful, were purposeful. Marpa's repeated rejection was a test of Milarepa's patience, humility, and surrender. In the face of humiliation, Milarepa learned to let go of pride and the need for validation. These emotional tests were as grueling as the physical ones, but they were necessary for Milarepa to purify his mind and heart. Milarepa's patience and surrender. Milarepa's unwavering devotion and patience were central to his eventual transformation. Despite the seemingly endless trials, he never turned away from Marpa. Even when Marpa refused to grant him teachings, Milarepa did not seek another master. He knew that Marpa alone held the key to his redemption. This patience was tested to its limit when, after years of labor and rejection, Milarepa was sent away by Marpa. In despair, Milarepa contemplated ending his life, feeling that he would never achieve the spiritual liberation he sought. However, before he could carry out this drastic act, Dakmama, Marpa's wife, intervened and revealed that Marpa's tests were nearly over. The final teaching, a compassionate guru. After years of enduring physical hardship, emotional rejection, and endless labor, Milarepa's trials finally came to an end. Marpa revealed to him that all of the suffering and hardship had been necessary to purify the heavy karma from Milarepa's past actions. Marpa, who had appeared so harsh and unyielding, was in fact acting out of deep compassion, knowing that only through such rigorous tests could Milarepa cleanse his soul and become ready to receive the teachings of the highest Yoga Tantra. With this final revelation, Marpa bestowed upon Milarepa the teachings he had longed for. Milarepa's devotion, patience, and complete surrender had paid off. He was now ready to receive the spiritual wisdom that would guide him to enlightenment. Milarepa's enlightenment. Songs of realization. Milarepa went on to become one of Tibet's greatest yogis, meditating in solitude in the caves of the Himalayas. His dedication to the teachings, combined with the purification he underwent under Marpa, led to his full realization of the nature of reality. Milarepa became known for his spontaneous songs of enlightenment, through which he shared his wisdom with others. His story is a testament to the power of redemption and the transformative nature of spiritual trials. Marpa's tests, though painful, ultimately led Milarepa to the highest spiritual achievement, enlightenment. The legacy of Milarepa and Marpa. The relationship between Milarepa and Marpa is a profound example of the guru-disciple bond in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. Marpa's rigorous tests, while appearing harsh, were acts of compassion aimed at transforming Milarepa into a pure vessel for enlightenment. Milarepa's journey from a dark sorcerer to a fully realized yogi is one of the most inspiring spiritual stories in history. It teaches us that the path to enlightenment is not easy but requires patience, surrender, and unwavering faith in the guidance of the Guru. Marpa's teachings live on through Milarepa's legacy, inspiring generations of spiritual seekers to embrace their own trials as opportunities for growth and transformation.
Thank you for watching our channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Support our channel for more facts videos.